Okay, once again, good morning. We are still continuing with our lessons on human resource management. That is the broader topic. Today we'll be looking at another important topic. You were introduced into that topic when we were looking at one of the subtopics, so that might not be new to you today. So today we'll be looking at fringe benefits. You remember when we were talking about compensation, we look at the two forms. We look at direct compensation and then indirect compensation. And we said the direct compensation refers to the wages and then the salaries that are paid to the worker. Then apart from that, there are other benefits that the worker receives, and that will be the indirect compensation. And that is the one we refer to as fringe benefit. So what is it? So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to define fringe benefit. When you say fringe benefit, what are they? Then we also look at some examples of fringe benefit. So we have about 15 minutes to finish with this lesson. So what is fringe benefit? Now you see, you receive your pay. So you are paid. But apart from the pay that you receive, in addition to your pay, there are other incentives that are given to you. Usually they are non-financial, so they are not financial in nature. So I use the word usually, so that means it's not all the time. They are non-financial. And when you say financial, you understand. Business student, you know when you say something is financial, you understand it. So when you say it is non-financial, you know what is meant by non-financial. So fringe benefits are usually non-financial in nature. So it is not like at the end of the month you go to your bank and then you withdraw your money. That is financial in nature. But there are other benefits that you receive, and they are usually not financial, so they are non-financial in nature. In addition to your pay, as a result of the fact that the organization has engaged you. That is what fringe benefit is all about. Anything that is given to the employee over and above the person's wage or salary is a fringe benefit. So that is that. So that's why I've written here. I said fringe benefits are usually non-financial rewards. So they are rewards given to the employee in addition to actual pay for being engaged or for being employed by the organization. Now let's look at. Now remember when we were looking at compensation, we learned that most people stay in certain organizations because of this fringe benefit. In fact, there are. I remember telling you that the salary that the teacher receives may not be that bad when you compare with other sectors. But you see, when you have received that salary, what other benefit do you receive? There are some after receiving their salary, even the benefit that they receive will be far more than their actual pay. So most people are then ready to work in such organizations. So it is very important to the. I remember telling you when you go home, you should ask your parents the kind of fringe benefits they receive from their workplace. So when somebody wants to work with an organization, they want to find out even the fringe benefit. It is not just the amount of money you are going to pay to the person. Remember, compensation is not only the direct one. So the direct and then the indirect. If the indirect one is even better than the direct one, that will be added. That is why we define fringe benefit as anything that is given to the employee over and above the pay that the person receives. So now let's look at some of the examples of fringe benefit. Very simple, straightforward examples. Number one, we have what you call vacation pay. vacation pay. So it's a fringe benefit. You will not be working. You are outside the workplace, but you will receive a certain amount of money. That will be fringe benefit. Number 2, you have your pension contribution. So as a worker, every month you pay a certain percentage of your salary or to SNIT. But apart from that, what you pay, which is about 5%, the employer. So for as we learned at that time, you know, the employer for some workers, that will be the government, pays about 12.5%. So that is fringe benefit. Your own is not fringe benefit. The 5% they take is not fringe benefit. But the additional one that the employer is paying is fringe benefit. At the end of your stay at the workplace, when you have retired, you receive a certain amount of money. So pension contribution is also fringe benefit. And remember, I told you, some employers may decide that they will not pay. They may agree with the employee that let me give you this amount so that I don't pay. And I told you that is not good. Then employees discount. Because you are a worker, you buy something and they reduce the price for you. That is fringe benefit. Something that you were supposed to have bought for, let's say, 1,000 Ghana cedis. They can give you a discount of, let's say, 20%. So when you are giving a discount of 20%, they said you'll be paying about 800 cedis. That is fringe benefit. So employees discount is also fringe benefit. End of year awards. So at the end of the year, the best worker and a whole lot of other workers may be receiving certain awards. So end of year awards or rewards are also fringe benefits. Then, I don't know, at that time you were in school during the speech day. Yes, you were in school. You remember somebody was giving an award for long service. So they said for having served in the school for a longer time, the one who has worked in the organization for a longer time, the person was given an award. And you remember that was Mr. Nyani. That was fringe benefit. So long service award is fringe benefit. Now when you are able to achieve your objective, then they give you bonus. So bonuses are fringe benefit. You know, bonuses are financial in nature. That is why we said they are usually, so not all the time. So bonus, for example, is financial in nature. So if you define fringe benefit and you say they are usually non-financial, it means there are usually, but not all the time. So if you are receiving bonuses, that is fringe benefit. Then allowances. All forms of allowances, whether it is car maintenance allowance, whether it is rent allowance, whatever allowance it might be, that is fringe benefit. So that is that. Then scholarship. If you are giving scholarship to study abroad or to study whatever it is, whatever forms of scholarship it might be, that is fringe benefit. Then if you are giving a lunch, so you have canteen services, whether it is free lunch or a reduced one. So instead of paying, let's say, 50 cedis for that meal, you are paying only 20 cedis. That is also fringe benefit. The medical services, free medical care and all those things, that will be fringe benefit. Then housing facilities. Now when you, for example, you come to the school, some teachers occupy schools' bungalows. When you go to some workplace, the same thing. They have bungalows, and then workers occupy. Some do not pay anything. Others pay something lesser than they would have paid elsewhere. So housing facilities of that sort will also be fringe benefit. Then end of the year award, which I've already talked about. Then finally, you have other non-salary rewards. So you can be given loan without interest. That will be fringe benefit. Or the interest, whilst you are paying, let's say, 30% or 34%, 36% with a traditional bank, you may be giving loan with low interest, 5% or what have you. That will be fringe benefit. You can also look at consumer credit. So you can be giving goods on credit, but it will not be on the high side. That will also be fringe benefit. You can have end of year get together or picnic. That one will also be fringe benefit, and so on and so forth. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this morning's lesson on fringe benefit. We look at what fringe benefits are and then the typical examples of fringe benefit. Till we meet again another time to still continue with our lessons on human resource management. All that you need to do is to study the materials you have. Till we meet again another time. I don't know if it's still morning or afternoon, but let me say good afternoon.